the biggest sale you'll ever need to make is selling it to yourself. And the more you can close yourself, the more you can close others.
So today I'm joined by Karmin Habibi, who spent 14 years mastering sales before launching her own coaching business. She built the Savvy Closer method to help entrepreneurs who don't see themselves as salespeople and help them start winning more clients. And I think her perspective is really going to be eye-opening. Carmen, welcome to the show.
Mayor, thank you so much for having me. Let's do this.
Awesome. So why don't we start off by you telling me like what really inspired you to take your 14 years of sales experience and turn that into the Savvy Closer method? And like who is it designed to help most right now?
Yeah, so like everyone else, I started in sales. I didn't like sales because I had this very bad perception around sales. I was perceiving it as something manipulating. Yeah, it had just a negative taste on me. So I stumbled upon sales by my boss at the time just telling me, you should be doing sales. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be not liked by people. So I realized very quickly that I was working for a company that I deeply believed in their product and services. And I was doing people a service by selling. And on top of that, I was able to also, of course, make lots of money, lots of commission. I was able to buy nicer shoes and afford the finer things in life. And I'm like, oh, by me selling is serving, helping other people get what they want. I also benefit as well. It's a win-win. So I completely shifted my perspective around sales. Now, having been worked for 14 years in the industry, I've done a lot of different sales jobs. I've been working in very different industries, different products, different services. But I realized sales is everywhere the same, because at the end of the day, you're communicating with humans. And no matter, you can have the best product, the best service, but if you don't know how to communicate it in a way that your ideal clients can hear you, see you, and value and buy from you, then there's no point. You can't really create that impact. And sales is where it comes in. So no matter if you have the best sales script as well, it's not just the sales script or the objection handling practices, it is the confidence that comes from it. So I created this Savvy Closer method that I realized every closer, every business needs, because the biggest sale you'll ever need to make is selling it to yourself. And the more you can close yourself, the more you can close others. Another saying is the person with the highest certainty in any negotiation always wins. And I believe that my sales training is not just giving sales scripts, it's not just helping them objection handling, but it's truly giving them the confidence to be able to communicate that and become savvy closers. So yeah, and I took all my 14 years of knowledge, of skills, and the things that I've learned, and I've created this methodology that's so simple to apply, but it's really helping even someone, the most introverted person, someone that doesn't like sales at all, completely change their perspective and become somebody that's confident. And on top of that, learning a skill that generates lots of revenue as well.
Awesome. No, I really love that. And especially the point that you made about sales being a lot more than just saying the right things. It's really about how you say things and the way that you feel, the conviction that you have, because people feel that and people want, to know that you're actually acting in their best interest and wanting to serve them. And so that makes the biggest difference is like when you have that perspective shift. What was like the turning point that pushed you from, being in the industry to stepping out on your own now and starting your own coaching?
I had a lot of people coming to me and say, "You're really confident. Can you teach me how?" I wasn't planning. I always knew I'm an entrepreneur. I always find solutions, opportunities, and I've got so many ideas and I'm very resourceful. So I always had this entrepreneurial spirit and I operated that entrepreneurial spirit inside jobs. But I realized very quickly I can have a bigger impact and I can help more people by teaching them that skill set that completely doesn't only just change their business, but it changes their life. And I know how to teach it, how to transfer this knowledge to other people. So I've tested it out. I had a lot of requests of people asking me, can you coach me? Even a lot of speaking engagement opportunities came. And I got a lot of feedback from people just saying, hey, I really love the way that you share it. I wasn't really confident in sales, but after hearing your talk, I have a completely different perspective. I got testimonials coming in, and it's kind of like a very natural process. And now just me learning how to run a business. So how can I actually not yeah, how can I bring this teachings to more businesses, to help more businesses, help more people with it. So it came just natural. A lot of people just asking me, and I listened, and now I'm ready to share it.
Yeah, and I think that's like the almost like the universe is kind of like showing you the way where people are asking you for this. So
Yeah.
it's just a natural development, and that's kind of like the easiest path to, grow is just to expand on what you already know people want from you and gain value from you. Um, to get down a little bit more into specifics, like if a business came to you and said that they quickly like wanted to improve their close rate, like what areas would you have them focus on to begin with?
So I go through a process with businesses where I first audit everything. So it's a sales audit process where there is usually a business is very strong in something, but then they've got weaknesses in others. And it can come down simply, a lot of times it's like simply training their employees, training their salespeople. And I know it's a lot of as well documenting, having the right CRM, knowing your numbers. And I just identify the gaps in the sales process. And then from there, I will be able to identify a tailored solution for businesses. So, for example, for some businesses that I work with, their biggest challenge is their conversion rate. They have the marketing, they have the leads, they spend a lot of money on marketing, but they are not converting what they expected. So, it could be a simple tweak in the script, in how they communicating it to the ideal client, how they're closing, and listening to the calls and being able to improve that, having a better sales script. I call it the closing script. It could be that they have like maybe just one A player in the team, and then the rest they're not. So it's how can they have more top performers in the company, how to hire the right salespeople from the beginning, because sales is one of the biggest, they've got one of the biggest turnovers in business. And it's just those little tweaks and then finding tailored solutions. In every business, it comes down again. I know you can have the best script, you can have the best training, but it comes down to the confidence. So if a team is taken well care of, and they've been provided with the uh, right resources, right tools, right trainings, a team is able to perform better. So, and a team is not only the sales team. What a lot of businesses think, oh, I just need to train my salespeople. But as a matter of fact, what we found is it's the whole team in the company. So even HR, admin, anyone that is communicating with clients, it's affecting the sales process. And it's just helping this business to have the right knowledge, to have the right resources, and being able to share their products and services in a convicting way to their ideal clients and creating a credible business. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Thank you for breaking that down. Like, what do you see is kind of like the difference between your approach and the way that like most businesses try to fix their conversion rate, improves their sales performance? Like, what do you see usually breaks down in their process?
Yeah, so it is a tailored approach. I have so where I don't know so much about how other sales trainers do it, but as I said, I go through an audit process. So I identify the gaps of what they're missing. And then from there, I'll be able to identify very quick what help do they need. And it's creating a tailored strategy for the business. So with my approach, I actually help businesses reduce their marketing costs, work with the leads that they currently have. I believe every business, if they've got at least 1,000 leads, even if they're old leads, there's money in those leads, but they just don't know how to convert it yet. So where I come in, instead of them paying more money to marketing, how can we utilize the leads that we have? In some businesses, they've got hundred thousands of dollars, pounds, euros still sitting in their leads that they're not able to convert, or they think it's old leads. So I'm working with their resource that they have, save them money from marketing and making more money by the current leads that they have.
For sure, for sure. And again, I think it comes back to like what we were speaking about it's all about a perspective shift. sometimes you don't really see those different tweaks that you can make when you're just in the trenches on your own, and
Yeah.
having that help just to see where you can have those few quick wins can make a massive difference. You said before that like you want to be known as like a long-term trusted sales partner with these businesses that you're working with. Um, what does that vision look like in practice, like beyond the audit, like longer term?
Yeah. Have you ever heard about the saying that you're one decision away from a completely different life? And I
Yeah.
believe as well, learning the art of sales can completely transform your life, whether you are in sales or not. And it's once you learn that skill of sales, it will help you not just change your business, but your day to day communications with your friends, with your family, with your associates, with your employees. It will help every aspect in your business. It's the most character building skill that anyone can learn because in sales, you are constantly faced with rejections. And in life, in the world, we are constantly faced with opposites and rejections. And it's how we respond to those rejections, not how we it's how we respond to rejections. It's what's character building. So when
Mhm.
someone taps into learning the art of sales, it will help them build the confidence. And that's really my mission because I believe confident leaders make great businesses, make greater world, and the world needs more confident leaders, and that's my mission.
Mm. Yeah, that's beautiful. And I think that ties into like my next question because I think so many people are afraid of sales, and a lot of business owners, even though like sales is essential, they don't see themselves as salespeople. And like, I'm curious if you could explain a little bit deeper, just like how do you help them understand that sales is essential for growing their business?
Yeah, so we're in the business in sales of helping people change perspective. We're in the business of helping people get more clarity. And as I mentioned earlier, the my definition on sales, it's selling is serving. But what is really sales? Sales is what I teach my clients is sales is I help and guide people to make the best decision for them. A decision is either a yes or a no. It's nothing in the middle. If it's anything in the middle, like maybe tomorrow, my dog ate my credit card. This is all objections that can be handled. But the main thing is qualifying, being able, before you ever sell anything to anyone, it is qualifying. Am I talking to the right person who needs and values what I have to offer? So, what a lot of people do wrong, they go straight away and offer their products and services and ask for the sale without even identifying are they actually my ideal client. So
Mhm.
my perspective is I am helping and guiding people to make the best decision for them. So if my product and service is not the best for them, I will not sell it to them. That's ethical sales. But if my product and service is the best thing for them, it is my responsibility to communicate it in a way that they can receive it, value it, and want it, and are happy clients thanking me for it. So I'm actually doing them a service. Now, the challenge is this, Mayor. The challenge is that a lot of people are not clear what they want. So we are helping them, giving them this clarity. I'm in the business of helping and guiding people to make the best decision for them. And that decision is either a yes or no. Yeah, people don't have clarity. So it's my responsibility to give them clarity, to show them, to display it to them, and let them make a decision. And the best closers are not the ones that actually sell. The best closers are the ones that are asking all the right questions and get the prospect in a place that they sell it to themselves.
Mm, for sure. I really love that. And also just like again, it's all about reframing and breaking those perspectives that we have about sales. Looking forward, Carmen, I just want to hear a little bit of how you're envisioning your growth. So just imagine like in the next 3 months, like the clients that you work with are able to double their sales. What do you feel like that would mean for them? And what would that mean for you as their coach?
I mean, everyone who doubles their sales or they just get more revenue, it changes families' lives. but it's also changing the person's life because they start to they start to live more with purpose. I'm actually helping people. It's changing their perspective. I am, I have a product, a service that I believe in, and I help people by giving them this opportunity to get this. So it's this living in purpose, building your character, building your skill set, it's all adding up to fulfillment, to contentment, to joy, to, and then you're learning how to overcome rejections. And it's also like, it's one thing I was sharing it. I was recently invited to speak at a podcast, and this person asked me, what is one thing you've learned from all your sales experience? And that's what keeps me so joyful, because that's why I do sales. I've been doing sales for 14 years, but I still am excited about it. I still love it. And I would love to pass this excitement to other people. And that is this. So I was working for this sales floor, and I was doing telesales at the time. And on my first day at this new job, I asked the manager, who is the top performer in this company? And I would like to sit next to them and learn from them. So this sales floor had around 30 salespeople, and only one person was making 5 times more than anyone else. And I envisioned this person to be the most charismatic, most confident, like a gym bro, like super. This is the vision that I had of this person, like very extroverted. But as soon as the manager sat me next to this sales professional, I quickly realized it's nothing that I imagined. He was the most introverted person, the most shyest person, yet he was the best in the whole company. So after a while, I was listening to his conversation. He was using the same sales script that everyone else was using. So it has nothing to do with the sales script. So I asked him this, what is it about you that is so different that you make more than anyone else here? And he told me this one lesson that I take from today, and I keep that excitement with me. He said that every day I speak to hundreds of people. I say exactly the same script, and it can get very boring. And for me, it's like I'm just on repeat. But what he does, he changed his perspective. He says, the person that I'm speaking to, they're hearing the pitch for the very first time. So every conversation that he has, he shares the same excitement, the same energy, because the person on the other line is hearing the pitch for the very first time. And he's giving that person the full presence. And I believe right now, in a world where we are so distracted with social media and so many things, our presence is our biggest present. So the more we are present in every conversation like we have right now, or I'm just with you, you're just with me right now, and we're having this communication, it's this presence that people can sense. And when they know that you're really trying to help them, have that excitement, have that energy in this conversation, it makes you better. So it's seeing every conversation is the same conversation, the same script, but it's a different person. And that person deserves my energy. That person deserves my best. So me doing sales is really, it's fulfilling. It is helping me because maybe I'm making someone stay, even if they don't buy from me, but just my energy, I can make somebody stay. And yeah, that if I can pass this on to as many people as possible, no matter what jobs they're doing, but having this first time attitude in everything, it's everything.
I love that so much. And I think, yeah, again, you did an excellent job of just like really bringing the art into like what sales is. It's just so much more than simply, pushing people to buy stuff. It's really like a deep human interaction, and the better that we can actually show up to do it with good intentions and skill and presence, like you said, we can really actually like help people and help them better themselves if they actually are our ideal client and they want to fix a problem that we can actually help them with. So just to wrap things up, like for anyone who's listening who wants to learn more about you, about your work, where's the best place to find you? Can they connect with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name, Karmin Habibi. If you find me on LinkedIn or on Instagram, you can direct message me there. I'm currently in the process of creating a free sales workshop. So when it's ready, just message me even before, and I'm happy to give that out.